Hello everyone, my name is Father Vincent Nguyen, a missionary priest in Iceland. Today is Friday, October 25th, 2024, of the 29th week in Ordinary Time. The Gospel today comes from Luke chapter 12, verses 54 through 59. Jesus said to the crowds, "When you see a cloud rising in the west, you say immediately that it is going to rain. And so it does. And when you notice that the wind is blowing from the south, you say that it is going to be hot. And so it is. You hypocrites, you know how to interpret the appearance of the earth and the sky. Why do you not know how to interpret the present time? Why do you not judge for yourselves what is right? If you're to go with your opponent before a magistrate, make an effort to settle the matter on the way. Otherwise, your opponent will turn you over to the judge, and the judge hand you over to the constable, and the constable throw you into prison. I say to you, you will not be released until you have paid the last penny." Today's gospel account is one of those accounts where our Lord uses words that sound mysterious, cryptic, and difficult to understand. In the first part of the Gospel, our Lord reprimands the crowd for taking pride and believing that they can read signs of the times. You hypocrites, you know how to interpret the appearance of the earth and the sky. Why do you not know how to interpret the present time? In our times, we have the technology and knowledge to predict the weather, stocks, and what will be in high demand in the economy. However, what tends to happen is that we fall into pride, just like the people of Jesus' time, believing that we are in the know, or that we know what's going on in the world. When our Lord speaks about interpreting the present time, He is referring to the discernment of spirits, which you have heard several times already, but our Lord reminds us about it in today's gospel because it is so important. What is the definition of discernment of spirits? In the first letter of St. John, the evangelist explains, "Beloved, do not trust every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they belong to God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world." Again, this is 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. When the saint says, "test the spirits," he means to examine our thoughts or ideas, as well as of others. Not everything that enters our mind is good. Not everything that people say or follow is good. Not every new thing or movement is from God. Unfortunately, our culture conditions us to say yes to everything and no to nothing. Anyone who tries to discern or to test the spirits and does not follow what the mainstream media says will be persecuted by the world. For example, we can remember cases where people around the world have been imprisoned for defending life. In our day, there are many ideas and movements out there that are not from God. For example, there are ideas and movements against marriage, family, human life, God, the church, etc. When one reads the news, one can see and hear many people proposing new ideas to be implemented in society or the church. One can also read news of new kinds of movements to push ideas that are against the order that God created. We have to limit what we hear on the news because we can come across arguments that are very persuasive yet deceitful and be tempted to believe in them, thereby putting our faith in danger. Much of the news of the world is being controlled by the spirit of the world. The spirit of the world controls what it wants us to hear and believe. What we do hear, though, we have to be very careful not to believe in them immediately, or else we will be led astray. This is what it means to discern and test the spirits. A number of Catholics have left the church because they did not discern well regarding news they have heard about the church. This is one of the reasons why discernment of spirits is so important, especially today. Through the intercession of Mary, most prudent, we ask for the grace of discernment of spirits to be able to recognize and escape the snares of the devil.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed hearing the gospel and homily, I invite you to share it with someone you know who may also find it rewarding, and also to subscribe to the Catholic Voice channel. Please see in the description below if you would like to receive a text message for each daily gospel and homily. Please also keep our missionary priests throughout the world in your prayers. Thank you, and God bless.